We are live. YouTube informs me we are live. So, slight change of scenery for today's live. Also, this lighting, it's different, but I'm not mad at it. So this is my live slot. I should introduce myself. Back up a second. Hello. I am Connie. This is throwing me. The lighting's throwing me. I look different. My hair looks different. I have done nothing different apart from change rooms. The sun shining through directly through a big window here. So I'm currently in my living room. Anyway, let's introduce myself. Just in case you are new here, I'm Connie. I'm live on the Dixie Belle YouTube channel. I'm a Dixie Belle brand ambassador. I'm live here every Tuesday at 2 p.m. UK time, which is where I'm based, which is, I believe, 9 a.m. EST. And let me know where you're all watching from. Say hi. I can see a few people joining at the moment. It takes YouTube a while to get the initial views out there and tell people that I'm live and whatever. There's a little bit of a delay, so I can see quite a lot of people now joining, so hello. So that's the introduction out of the way. Hopefully some of you will know who I am. If you don't, that's who I am. Like I say, I'm a Dixie Belle brand ambassador. I'm live here on Dixie Belle's YouTube channel, which, by the way, has just hit 100,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. What a milestone. What an absolute milestone. Now, if some of you subscribers could just hop over to my channel and get my numbers up a little bit, I mean, that would also be awesome. I'm nowhere near that. I'm not even at 10,000 subscribers. So either you don't know about me or you do know about me and you think I'm rubbish. And if it's the latter, then no, I'm kidding. So yeah, I'm trying to build my YouTube channel up. I've been doing it for about a year. So I would love if you could hop over, because basically what I do here, I do over there as well. There's a whole host of upcycling videos and things that I get up to for upcycling and all that kind of stuff over on my channel. So that's who I am. 6 a.m. in Central California. Well, good morning. Good early morning to you. Hi, Kate from Tennessee. Hello. So, like I say, there's a change of scenery for a reason. I am going to not be painting furniture with you today. I'm going to be painting boring door frames. But I'm going to show you that you can use silk for those door frames. So, traditionally, and please excuse that through there, by the way. Oh, you can just see my cheeky Hoover. Hello, he's saying hi. So traditionally, especially in the UK, I don't know about anywhere else in the world, but traditionally, we would paint our door frames, and we call them skirting boards. I believe you call them baseboards in the US. Down with the lingo. See, I'm learning. I believe you call them baseboards. We traditionally paint those in gloss paint. Now, normally white, but other colours are trending also at the moment. I see a lot of black, actually, door frames, doors and banisters. I'm so tempted to paint my banister black, but I'm scared that I'm going to hate it, and each, obviously, spindle, there's a lot of work. So I don't want to do that and then regret it. Anyway, what I'm going to show you is, in fact, something easier than gloss paint. So gloss paint, traditionally oil-based, although you can get water-based. It's sticky, it's messy, it's smelly. The cleanup, let's not even talk about the cleanup. It's horrendous. I hate gloss paint. I hate it so much that I put off doing the woodwork in this house for a long time, and it needed doing. It really needed doing. All of our windowsills are solid wood. All of our door frames are solid wood. Skirting board, solid wood. A lot of it was replaced because we had to have plastering and stuff redone, because it's an old house. It's an old property. So things obviously needed doing when we moved in, plastering, all that kind of thing. So a lot of the skirting boards were replaced for kind of like just a plainish design, and they were pine. And I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? This is going back a few years. I'm not going to paint it in gloss, no. I'm going to paint it in silk, because silk is not oil based, it's water based, and the cleanup's easy. There's no smell, it's not sticky, it's perfect. You can also use this for kitchen cabinetry, by the way, but I do not have a kitchen to paint because my kitchen's in there and it's already green, surprise, surprise. And that's the colour it was when it got installed. We chose that colour, so it came ready green, if you know what I mean, ready painted green. So I haven't got a kitchen to show you, but this can be used in your household. You don't have to stick to furniture to use this paint. And the reason it's so good is because it's got a built-in stain blocking primer and it's got a built-in top coat. So you can actually paint your interior trims, woodwork trims. You can actually paint that in any paint you want. You could use chalk mineral paint. You could use Terra, but you're going to have to top coat it. And obviously that means you're doing 2 lots of jobs, and we don't like that. I don't like DIY. I don't like painting. Oh, thanks, Donna. The name of my channel is Faff Designs. So my business is called Faff Designs. I've been a furniture painter for going on 8 years. I have been working with Dixie Belle for approximately 4, I think. I think it's 4. I think I was definitely a content creator for a while, for pretty much a year, and then I was a brand ambassador. So I think it's going on 3 years. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. So yeah, my YouTube channel, it's only small, but any subscribers, I mean, you've got to go and watch the videos as well. Don't subscribe, and then don't go and watch the videos. Go and watch the videos. As well as upcycling and painting and all that kind of thing, I do like to sprinkle in a little bit of light-hearted humour every now and again. It's quite easy watching. I don't take myself too seriously, and you'll know that if you've seen me before. Anyway, so this paint is perfect for trims, interior trims, woodwork, that kind of thing. And like I say, I was putting off glossing this for a long time. It has layers of gloss on, and the prep work for this was actually very simple. You can paint this over the top of gloss and it sticks perfectly well. Now, this little device has actually been really useful because I thought I was going to have to strip all the old gloss paint off, but that wasn't the case. I did try a heat gun. I also tried my sander. It took a long time. What you need to do is just remove any rough bits or any flaky bits. And this is the best tool that I've found to do that. It's actually a tiny scraper. I've got 3 of these. The other ones are bigger, and the blade is made out of carbide, so they are very sharp and very tough. So unlike a scraper where you'd normally go that way, this one you go that way, and it literally will pull off paint back to bare wood. So this is the tool that I've been using along with some sandpaper to prep my door frames. Like I say, they're all glossed. They've got previous white gloss on, which is yellowed because oil-based paints, especially obviously white, you can tell with white, it goes kind of like a yellow tinge to it. This will not yellow because it's water-based. So all I've done on my door frames is scrape off any loose parts. You can see some of the wood here has gone back to bare wood, and that's where it's been whacked, or the gloss paint has started to like flake off because it's been hit or whatever. So I have scraped off the worst of it. There's also quite a lot of bare wood on the interior as well, where the door's rubbed on the frame when it's closed. So I scraped the worst of that off. Then I went in with sandpaper to smooth it out. And all you're looking to do is to take the shine off the gloss paint, and that gives this paint something to grip onto. If you put it over a really shiny surface, it probably won't grip on too well. So you do need to take the shine off the gloss. But if you just scuff it up with some sandpaper, you will get rid of that kind of shine, and you'll give this enough tooth to grip onto. So all I did is made sure that when I ran my hand down the door frame, it was smooth, because if you can feel a dint or a crack or a chip, you will be able to see it through the paint. If you can't feel it with your hand, it's likely you won't be able to see it with your eye, if that makes sense, once it's painted over. So as long as it feels really smooth, then you're good to go. Now, like I said, this is a very old house. It's had some knocks and bumps, and we're really heavy-handed as well. I say we, I mean my feral children. I'm blaming them. We've also got 4 dogs. So, I mean, not that they cause damage to door frames, but you know what I mean. We're kind of like a manual household. We heave furniture around, it gets bumped, it gets knocked. So this is not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna look like a new property, because it isn't. It's an old property. So there are still dings and bits and bobs. If you've got a big old chunk that's been taken out, you can fill that with Dixie mud and you can paint over it and you will never know it's there. So a lot of the huge dings and chunks, I've just gone and rubbed like a little bit of white Dixie mud in the kind of cracks and stuff, just to kind of get over the worst of it. And then all I'm going to do is just paint straight over the old gloss and give it a bit of a refresh with this. So this is the colour Saltwater. There's 2 whites in the range, and I prefer this one. They're very similar. They are very, very, very similar, actually. The other one's called White Cap, and I think that one is slightly whiter. But I like Saltwater because I like a slightly warmer white. So that's the colour Saltwater, and it's from the Silk Mineral Paint range. And like I say, it has a built-in stain blocking primer. That's why I don't need to prime this woodwork first. And it's covered the raw wood. I will need to put 2 coats on it, but I'm putting on a thin coat now. And then hopefully I'll be able to recoat it before my kids get home and put their backs all over the wet paint, because we've got lots of doors. This house is a very, very weird shape, and I was painting the door frame just here, which is my front door, and I was doing that at the weekend. What an idiot, because my kids are at home at the weekend, and I said to them when they came through the door, I said, wet paint, just walk through, don't touch anything. So naturally Herbie's like this, wet paint? Where's the paint? Where's the paint? And he's got it on his sleeves, he's got it on his back, he's got it on his bum. And I'm like, what? Why am I doing this on a weekend? Why am I doing this on a weekend? So I'm trying to get it done before the kids come home. I've got about another hour before they are due home. This sun coming through here is a fantastic lighting. I think I should probably do my staging in this room, but unfortunately there's too much junk in it, so we can't. But I've also painted this wall in silk as well. Luckily I have quite a decent supply of salt water, so I'm overlapping the door frame ever so slightly because the wall is also painted in the same colour. If you're not gonna do that, obviously you might want to tape it off, so that you don't go over. And then if you'd like to, this was the bit which was quite bad down here. There you can see my little hoover in the background there. So here it has been really, really whacked, and there was also a brown stain on this wood underneath. You can just see that dark bit there. That's like a brown, I don't even know what it is. It's very dark anyway, so I had to scratch it off with my scraper, and then I've just sanded it smooth. So like I say, if you can feel any kind of rough bits, that will show through in your paintwork. If it feels smooth to touch, you are good to go. That feels smooth to touch to me. So I'm going to whack that on. And I do have a drop cloth down here because there's carpet underneath. So you can see how amazing that covers over that raw wood. You can still see where that patch was that was damaged, that I scratched back. But I'm going to allow that to dry. The second coat will cover that perfectly. And then the worst bit, you haven't seen the worst of it. The worst bit is in here. You see all that? Now the sun's right in my eyes. All of that was scratched. There's also there's like about 10 nails all up here, and I literally have no idea why there's so many nails. Honestly, this house is so bizarre. I'm talking like we've only just moved in. We haven't. We've been here over 10 years. And we're still doing stuff to it. This might need possibly a little bit more work doing to it because it was kind of rough. And the amazing thing about silk is because it's got that built-in top coat, it's wipeable in the same way that gloss paint is, but without all the negatives of gloss. So again, my kids, feral, they come in with muddy boots and muddy hands. The boy especially, he has got a name. He's called Herbie, as in Herbie the Beetle. He is a nightmare for muddy hands. And the first thing he does is he puts them all over the wall. So I have to go around with a cloth and rub the walls and the door frames and the doors where he's left his muddy handprints. So this cleans an absolute charm. And that, apart from the little bit I've got to do around the door catch there, that's one coat on. And no nasties, no smelly. This will clean up perfectly well. This is a synthetic flat medium brush, by the way. So it's great for kind of trim work. It's the perfect size for kind of trim work. And this is a synthetic brush. This is what I prefer to use with silk because it gives you a really nice kind of flawless finish. But silk rolls really well as well if you prefer to just roll it on. But my door frames have got quite a lot of detail on. Not detail, but kind of, there's a lot kind of angles. So I just opted for a brush because I kind of just whack it on and feel like that's best. So, oh, and the other thing is, like I say, we've had some skirting or baseboard replaced in the bathroom upstairs, and it was pine and it wasn't primed, and I went straight in with salt water, and I think that was probably at least 2 years ago, and 2 coats straight over bare pine, and it still holds up to this day, and the sun's blinding me. Maybe it's not so good. Maybe it's not such a good room for painting in. And they've held up beautifully, the baseboards in my bathroom. They still look absolutely amazing. There's been no bleed through. There's been no issues whatsoever. So if you're going over this top of bare wood, you can also use this as well. It's just that these were already painted with gloss, and I am not stripping all of that off because no, thank you. So that's it for today. It's a very, very short and sweet because I'm working on some top secret stuff that I cannot share with you yet in my normal workspace through there. Hence the reason I'm doing a few DIY kind of jobs around the house with Dixie Belle products to show you how easy it is to do those kind of things around your house as well. So thank you for joining me. I'll be live on my Facebook page on Thursday at the same time, so 2 o'clock my time, this week and every week for the foreseeable future. I'm starting doing lives back on my Facebook page, just because you all miss me so much, which is understandable, because, you know, I'm kidding. But I said I'd be back at some point with lives on Facebook, and I am. So if you could join me on my Facebook page this Thursday, 2 o'clock, that'd be awesome. If not, the replay will be available to watch. If not, I will be back here next week with a different project, same time, same place. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.